Hello, Nick here. It's a bit easier if I just sit down in a nice spot and answer these questions than ride the bike at the moment. We can do that another time. How many miles do I get out of a charge? Well, that depends how fit you are, basically. The fitter you are, the more you're able to screw out of the battery, basically. Yeah. I'm quite pretty fit now, so I'm getting up to 100 miles out of a single battery. But remember, I've got a spare battery. So yeah, depends on the terrain, length of a piece of string. It's not an easy answer, but once you're fit, 100 miles. Any extra accessories that I carry on my Wabash? Well, not really. I don't use a GPS app. Well, I do. I use the Google Maps app on my phone, and that is absolutely the best GPS. It's not the most efficient because it does use battery, but once you've downloaded the map on your Google Maps app on your phone, then it stays there. You don't need any data. And it's very, very good. You type in the cycle icon onto your Google Map app and it'll take you to places you don't ever thought existed. It's that good. I used it the full length of Europe when I was road testing the Wabash, and I've used it all the way around the world. And how many miles have I ridden around the world? Good question. As a two-wheel adventurer, I've cycled around the world 3 times. This is the 3rd time, and I've motorbiked around the world 8 times, and the length of the Americas 8 times. A total of 750,000 miles in total, going around the world on 2 wheels. On a bicycle across the States, just a little under 3,000 miles from LA to New York. Tyres, well, don't we want to know about that? Absolutely. I was using Schwalbe tyres, which are a German make, and I was using the Marathon Plus, and I got 10,000 miles out of my first set and still got where to go. But I changed them in Perth because, no, sorry, I didn't change them in Perth. No, I actually took them all the way to Sydney. I changed them in Japan, that's right. So they did 3/4 of the world on one set of tyres. Isn't that amazing? Hardly any punctures, but if you use thick-walled inner tubes and slime, then that should eliminate most of your puncture issues. But you're going to get them on the hard shoulder of any highway, especially in the States, because there's so much traffic. And it's a fine filament of wire that comes from broken tyres, discarded, shredded tyres, that gets into your tyre and creates all the problems. One day I punctured 10 times, not on a Schwalbe, on another tyre, which I think the rubber was too soft. It just wasn't very good. I also recommend narrower sections. Don't go for the 45C, too wide. I think so anyway. Favourite piece of gear, favourite place? Well, favourite piece of gear? Oh, well, I think it's probably my Insta360 camera. It's the camera where you just put onto a selfie stick and it photographs 360 degrees all at the same time. And then when you want to edit, you use your phone to position where, the scenes you want to see. It's extremely good. Look, we've got the technology now. You might as well use it. When I first started traveling, we didn't have any of this. We didn't even have computers or mobile phones. So yes, it's a bit of a good thing now. We've got all this tech. Favorite place? The favorite place is a place I happen to be in. It's where people have been kind to me. If people are friendly, that's my favorite place. It's as simple as that. If I'm really being picky, I would say Southeast Asia was nice. People are very smiley and lovely over there in Vietnam and Cambodia and Thailand especially, and Laos, little known country, but really super. Yeah, love them to bits. Oddest place to be? Oh God, there's been so many places like that. Turkmenistan, try that. It's a little bit like, the North Korea of Central Asia. That's really funny. Oddest place? Well, the maddest place has definitely got to be India. I mean, there's 1.6 thousand million people living in India, and wow, it's a traffic situation of extraordinary degree. Hard to describe. India, yeah, definitely. What did I like about the Wabash RT? Well, its robustness. Look, Yamaha have been making engines for a long time. Now they're making their own bicycles. There's a lot of competition out there, and they did the right thing. They signed me up to bicycle around the world to prove that this bike is the strongest bike, the strongest electric bicycle in the world, the most robust. It clearly has to be. It's almost gone around the world. So yes, the robustness, the strength, it gives me confidence. And also, right, the question now is, what advice would I give to anybody wanting to do a multi-day ride? Do it, just go. You can go. If you don't go, you're making excuses, or someone else is making excuses on your behalf. Be gentle to yourself and say, I want to do this so badly, I am going to go and do it. It's as simple as that. And then when you get into your hotel at night, you can charge your batteries, and it's just a fantastic experience. Do it. Tell me all about it when you've done it. Thanks. All the best.